What's up, everyone? Wacky Player here. Welcome to the channel. And today we just got some brand new news about Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard. So this is going to be the new character at its Galaxy of Heroes, and people were wondering if it was going to be Bausch Leia or if it was going to be Undercover Lando. And it is Undercover Lando Skiff Guard. I'm very excited for this because I love bounty hunters and the Hut Cartel, and it doesn't look like he's. This is the first time I'm reacting to this. So he's not a bounty hunter, but he is a Hut Cartel and scoundrel. And I'm really into bounty hunters and scoundrels, and I'm also, I guess, now into Hut Cartel units because I want to get Jabba in the future and Boba Fett's Hut Cartel. I like Crescent and Hut Cartel. So why don't we go through this and get my honest reactions? Sorry, I haven't prepared for this at all. It just dropped. So let's go through it. So highlights: go deep undercover. Gain stacks of the new buff deep undercover to gain valuable offensive bonuses. Okay, interesting. Prove your loyalty. Use deep cover to grant Skiff Guard, Lando Calrissian. Skiff Guard, but in parentheses, Lando Calrissian. Okay. Permanent offensive bonuses and extra attack. Permanent. And extra attacks. Not attack. Attacks. Huh. Inside Agent. Assist your allies by granting them copies of deep cover stacks as well as a bonus turn. Oh shit. And this has synergy, they're saying, with Greedo Cad Bane. Okay. And then light side, attacker, Hut Cartel, scoundrel, smuggler. Okay, smuggler, that might be a big deal. More tags the better. There's okay, so that's his name. Skiff Guard, Lando Calrissian. Add Skiff Guard elected by unlocking him in the all-new Guard Duty Marquee event. Alright. That's gonna be awesome. The basics. Light side attack. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. This is just gonna tell you the the gist of it. So I'm gonna. Oh wait. Is this unit required to unlock likely in Jabba the Hutt? Yes, he is the second of the 3 new marquee units needed to unlock newest GL. Okay, so there's gonna be one more marquee unit added before for the Jabba requirements. And Relic 5 is needed. Thank God it's not Relic 9. I feel like these marquee units would. This one, I don't expect Lando to be. Yeah, this makes sense. Relic 5. That's good. Okay, so this is all we're getting. Kit reveal. Oh no, here we are. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, this is. I was worried. I was like, come on, they don't show you it. All right. Who assists allies and gains ramping damage the longer he stays undercover. Basic double dealer. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Skiff Guard, Lando Calrissian gains a stack of deep cover, max 5 for the rest of the battle, which can't be copied. Deep cover. 10% defense penetration and potency. Oh shit. So you can get upwards of 50% defense penetration. That's good. And then if you can give that to Boba Fett when he gets his payout, then you can get upwards of like 250, 350. I think it's 250% defense penetration. That's actually nuts. That's gonna make Boba Fett do so much damage. Special 1. Cutter Vibro Axe. Cooldown 3. Okay, that's okay. That's a pretty low cooldown, actually. Especially if he's taking bonus turns and if he's, like, manipulating his turn meter. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy. This attack gains 10% defense penetration and 20% offense per stack of deep cover. Oh my god. There's so much defense penetration here. Okay, this is nuts. This is awesome. If Skiff Guard has 5 stacks of deep cover, inflict target enemy with 2 stacks of damage over time. Okay, that's good. With the Hut Cartel applies a lot of damage over times and debuffs, which is good for Boba Fett's execute, and you can use that to proc your contract fairly fast. For 2 turns, an armor shred and armor. Oh my god, how loaded is this fucking ability? Until the end of the battle, and there's a 50% chance to have a cooldown of Cutter Axe. Just 50% chance. Just 50-50. It can just be refreshed. Okay, that's insane. Jesus, I have to get through the whole kit just to actually fully understand the power of his kit, because just reading his basic, getting 50% defense penetration, that's really, really good on top of the potency. And then you're gaining even more defense penetration. So you're getting 100% defense penetration on this attack via 5 stacks of deep cover. Okay. Special 2. Covert Coordination. Cooldown 3, and it's a Zeta. Final text. Dispel all debuffs on target ally. Grant stacks of deep cover to target other ally equal a number of stacks on Skiff Guard for 2 turns. Oh my god. If target other ally is Hot Cartel, they gain Retribution and Speed Up, okay, for 2 turns. If target other ally is Dark Side, they gain Defense Up, Health Up for 2 turns. What the fuck? If target other ally is Light Side, they gain Potency Up and Stealth for 2 turns. That's... I don't know how you would use that with Light Side units, because all the Hot Cartel units are Dark Side. So, I don't know... Because I'm imagining I would use them in my Hot Cartel team. And I'm just trying to target Boba Fett to just power him up. Okay. Or I could actually... This might be good on Chrysanthemum for the defense up, actually. Retribution. Yeah, getting it... Actually, this is good on... This is actually really good on Chrysanthemum, because Chrysanthemum, basically, he's haunting most of the time. And on his basic, if everyone's Hot Cartel, he applies Shock. So that's really good for him to attack, you know. Just keep applying Shock to a bunch of, you know, enemies. Defense up, make him tankier. Health up. Oh, wait. This isn't health steal. This is health up. So Chrysanthemum just gets more health, which is, like, crazy because he already gets more health. Like, stacking. Holy shit. Speed up is... interesting. I guess it's good for Chrysanthemum, so you can kind of get your stacking abilities off. Huh. Call target other ally to assist and grant them a bonus turn. Okay, that's... Oh, and then they get a bonus turn. Okay, that's good. That's fucking... This is an insane ability. Okay, so you could just give this to... Okay, so let's just think about this. You could give this to Chrysanthemum, and then have Chrysanthemum have a bunch of defense up, speed up, and health up. And then when Chrysanthemum goes... Job requirement prediction 5v5, here we are. Okay, then Chrysanthemum gets to go again, and you could run Dismember to inflict disarm on the opponent. So whenever they attack, they have this debuff, the minus crit chance, and minus crit damage, and minus offense, and whenever they use a basic attack, they get damage over time. And they can't be... And this also... Does this inflict ability block? Yeah, it does. So this means they have to basic attack, essentially. And you get the max health stacking. So you have max health from that ability. Then you also got max health from Lando's special 2. This is pretty nuts for Chrysanthemum, I think. I think that's how people are going to be using it. Either that or Boba, because you just need another turn with Boba Fett. Holy shit. And an Omicron. Ooh, okay. I can't... I'm too excited. I have to see. While in Territory Wars. Not the biggest fan of that, but, you know, that's something, okay? Well, let me tell you, my account that's 1.5 million, that's just going to be bounty hunters and Hot Cartel, is going to be amazing in Territory Wars. My guild is going to love me as my account develops. Final text. Skiff Guard. Or let me start over. Unique. Agent on the inside, Omicron. Final text. Skiff Guard. Has 15% defense penetration. Okay, so on top of every other defense penetration that he gets from his ability, his like Vibroaxe, his just his basic stacking up defense penetration, he's getting more defense penetration on top of that. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, defense penetration is just an amazing... It's pretty rare, and it's as far as I am aware, it's pretty rare. In the game, you don't find it as much as you used to. Apparently, someone was telling me about that. How they kind of nerfed defense penetration. And then, yeah, he's just getting so much defense penetration. Like, what the hell? Allies with any stacks of deep cover have 15% defense penetration, so all your allies are getting, Jesus, and 30% potency at the start of their turn. Skiff Guard gains a stack of deep cover, max 5, okay, but it's still the same, which can't be copied. If all allies or Hot Cartel at the start of the battle, Skiff Guard gains 5 stacks of deep cover. What? And while he has 5 stacks of deep cover, he gains the granted ability Hot's Favor. He isn't fucking granted ability? Dude, this is insanity. I thought the thing about this character was that you have to get him to 5 stacks through basics, right? Or through the use of his abilities in his kit. No, you just start with 5. You're just maxed out. Oh, and then by the way, your team gets it too. And they get the stats too. Like, this is insane. And wait, doesn't no, he gives it by, is it Vibroax? No. It's covert coordination. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Ugh, come on. This is he gains the granted ability Hut's favorite. Hut's favorite. Deal physical damage to target enemy and consume all stacks of deep cover. Okay. So stacks are gonna kind of go away. Alright. On Skiff Guard. This attack deals 3% of the target's max health per debuff on them. Holy shit. This is like Culling Blade, or this is like Boba Fett's XQ minus the buffs. Skiff Guard, so it consumes all the stacks, but does it do more damage based on how many stacks consumed? Skiff Guard gains a stack of Trusted Agent, max 5. Oh my god, he has 2 different stacking buffs. The rest of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Trusted Agent. 30% defense penetration offense. At 1 or more stacks, attack again when performing a basic attack. Holy shit. So he attacks twice with 30% defense penetration offense. Oh my god. He gains a stack of Trusted Agent max 5, so you could get upwards of 150% defense penetration. Oh my Jesus. While in territory wars, allies with deep cover gain an additional 10% defense penetration, 20% potency, and 20 speed. 20 speed. It's not per, so you can't get like a plus 100 speed. It's only 20, but these are some really good stats. When Skiffgar Lando Calrissian gains a stack of deep cover, he grants 1 stack of deep cover to a random ally who doesn't have it, which can't be copied. Excluding Galactic Legends. Okay, that's pretty good. Granted Hut's favor. Wait. Wait, didn't do physical damage to enemy and consume all stacks of deep. Yeah. To heal 3% targets max health per debuff on them. Nuts. Skiff Guard gains a stack of Trusted Agent. Okay. Very cool, says Izzy the Melody. 200 post. Hey, nice. This is fucking nuts. I mean, like, I don't know if it's okay. Honest reaction. How is this allowed? This is fucking crazy, right? And then also I have to know that I'm newer to the game. I'm only playing for 8 months. I already love Hawk Cartel, Bounty Hunters, Scoundrels, so like I'm biased, right? Like I read Chrysanthemum's kit and I immediately was like, this is crazy. And then people, like, I watched a lot of videos of people talking about it and going like, there's some problems here. But I really can't find any problem reading his kit. It has to be that he's slow. He can't get something off. He can just get countered by by something like an ability block or some other thing. But this just sounds amazing. This sounds like you're definitely going to be running speed set on him. I feel, because you kind of just, I feel like the what you want is, because enemy is probably not going to have that many debuffs on them at the start of the turn. Then you're going to probably want to run covert coordination on either your Boba Fett or your Chrysanthemum, I imagine. Oh, let's see. So you gain retribution, so they attack out of turn, like again, and speed up for 2 turns. Chrysanthemum already has speed up at the start of the battle, so I'm just imagining that Lando goes either first or before or after. He goes first or after Boba Fett. That's what I'm imagining, and the way I'm imagining the Hawk Cartel team is like this, and then instead of like Mob Enforcer, which I just have here just to like mess around with, imagine this is Skiff Guard Lando, right? So if that's the case, hmm, hmm. They also gain defense up and health. You definitely, because all the units are dark side, I feel like you're just gonna want to give this to Chrysanthemum, which kind of sucks because you're missing out on this. Which the retribution's really good because of his basic, right? The speed up, I wish I could kind of get that on Boba, honestly. Just any of my attackers to go faster. And then you also grant 5 stacks of deep cover for the ally, right? Because you're probably going to use this before you get Trusted Agent from Hutt's favor. So that's going to mean that that Chrysanthemum has 50% potency, which is good, so that Chrysanthemum can apply a lot of debuffs, because there's some debuffs in Chrysanthemum's kit that isn't guaranteed. So like the potency is if ever all your allies are Heart Cartel, which they will be, and Chrysanthemum is taunting, then it inflicts evasion down and shock for 2 turns. But this doesn't say it can't be avoided. So this is going to be good to afflict that. And gain taunts to cover 5%. Okay, for each other Hawk Cartel ally. That's nice that we got another Hawk Cartel ally that's like not Gamorrean Guard or Mob Enforcer, because for me it's like I have a bunch of bounty hunters, so like I want to use like Embo in not with this Hawk Cartel team. I kind of want to use them with a different team. Like for here I have it. This team is probably not permanent, but probably with the boss lead for the protection damage, the damage I can get from bonus protection. So it's kind of nice to have another unit here that's actually like good. That's not just Mob Enforcer or Gamorrean Guard that you're just like trying to make work, or just trying to put them there because you need Gamorrean Guard for Jabba. It's also dispelling all debuffs. Okay. You're definitely using this on Chrysanthemum. And then that's an easy way to get Chrysanthemum to immediately just start stacking. It's a way to get disarm, and a way to also get the health stacking on Chrysanthemum, because and it lasts the whole combat. So like, you can get this if you go, if you get Skiffguard Lando to go first, you can basically get this on, you know, someone that's the carry of the enemy team. If they don't have a buff to stop you, or a taunt to stop you, a pre-taunt. And this is like pretty good. Hmm. And you have more health, right? And you're getting health from Lando from the stacks, and then you're gaining protection, and then you're getting health from using Dismember, and then you're going to gain protection up the next time Chrysanthemum goes if you use this ability. And protection up is based on max health, so you're going to get a lot of protection from this. And Chrysanthemum already has a shit ton of protection. Like, this is only a gear 9 Chrysanthemum, but has like what, 40k protection? Like, that's pretty good. I got 20k from Mons. That's kind of nuts, actually. But Chrysanthemum's has one of the highest base protections in the game at gear 13. And wait, can deep cover be, which can't be copied for the rest of battle? So okay, so this seems okay for the rest of battle. So is this permanent, or can this be dispelled? I think it can be dispelled. Because let's look down here at Trusted Agent. It doesn't say, no, it doesn't say, oh, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Okay, so these stacks may be last the whole battle, but they're not permanent, so they can be dispelled, which is kind of sucks. That's annoying. If it's permanent, it would have been beautiful. I'm not saying, and when I say it sucks, I'm just mean like that's unfortunate, but I don't think that makes it terrible. It just makes it a little bit more balanced. So okay, like, hmm. While he has 5 stacks, he gains. So here's the thing, right? You basically are stuck if they're not permanent and you're worried that they're going to get dispelled. Well, what does this do? You're basically going to be Okay, hold on. Does this consume? Yeah, it consumes all the stacks. This attack deals 3% of the target's max health per debuff on them. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. This ability is available whenever Lando gets 5 stacks of like deep cover. Is that what it's called? Yeah, deep cover. So you're kind of stuck in here's the thing, right? First reading this, I thought it was permanent, so you would probably want to do covert coordination. But reading this again, you might want to start and just immediately use Hut's favor. Because you want to because you can't give stacks to you can't give your stacks to your allies and you're going to lose all of them. But the bonus is that you're starting to gain your stacks of trusted agent, right? And so trusted agent is 30% defense, offense, and one or more stacks attacking and performing a basic attack. So then if when you basic, you get 2 stacks of deep cover, right? So then you have 50% defense penetration and 20% potency, and you have 30% offense. Now, is there any way with the Huckar team that's currently available, if I had Skiff Guard right here to basically get Skiff Guard to take a bonus turn? Not really. I don't have any mass assists. Maybe the next marquee unit will fix that. So you're probably not going to be able to get 5 stacks, I imagine, of deep cover. Or not deep cover, of trusted agent. It just seems like it's going to take too long because you're going to need to get 25 stacks of deep cover, and then you're going to have to use trusted agent every time you get those 5 stacks, and you're going to have to hope they're not dispelled. And at the same time, you're going to have to do it the second you get it, so you can't use any other ability if you want to like just basically be on curve, as a Hearthstone player would say. This agent's pretty good to start the game with, though. Honestly, it's probably not worth it because if they don't have a lot of debuffs on them. I'm imagining that I'm actually going back to what I was saying before. I think you would probably, if you can get Lando to go first, if Lando's fast, or Skiff Guard, I should say, probably you do want covert coordination on one of your other allies. Now, because I mean, this buff in and of itself is crazy. Defense penetration and potency, you know? Um, so, I mean, I guess you could get... I'd really have to try this out because it's weird. It seems like you can take him in like one of 2 directions. You can take him for speed, where you just have him be insanely fast and try to just ramp up damage with trusted agent, or you could just look to get offense on him and just try to make it so that when he does, so not you won't have a lot of stacks, but when he does go, he's just gonna you just want to try to basically like almost one shot somebody. What's the I'm ignoring the Cutter Vibro Axe ability. To our target enemy. Okay. So if you attack twice, you probably get two stacks of deep cover, which is good. Switcher's coming off. This is serious business. This attack gains 10% defense penetration and 20% offense per stack of deep cover on Skiff Guard. Okay, so if Skiff Guard Lando has 5 stacks of deep cover, inflicts target enemy with 2 stacks of damage over time for 2 turns, and armor shred until the battle ends. There's a 50% chance to have the cooldown of Cutter Vibro Axe refreshed. No, honestly, I think you either lead with this. Okay, if the enemies can't dispel deep cover, this character is amazing, and it's crazy. Because deep cover is a buff, right? Because they just said it was a new buff. Of the new buff, yeah. Because if it wasn't a buff and it was like blue, then that would mean it couldn't be dispelled, which can't be copied. So this can definitely be dispelled, I'm pretty sure. So you probably actually want to start with Cutter Vibroaxe, because that's just gonna you just gain a bunch of def, defense pen and offense per stack, right? So you're already gaining 50% defense penetration, and then you're getting another 50%. So you're getting 100% defense penetration, and you're gaining 100% offense, right? So that's just insane. And then on this ability, and then you have 50% increased potency, so you're gonna probably apply damage over time for, and you have and then armor shred, which is just crazy. If this is a locked, I keep going back to this, but I'm like desperate to know, because armor shred is locked and you can't remove it, but this is just saying that it's for the rest of the battle. For the rest of the battle, this might be a locked buff. That's crazy. Hmm. Health up. The health up is nuts for Chrysanthemum. Now, do they both get? They both get the buffs? You know, the spell all debuffs. This might be good with Fennec lead. Actually, this might be good on Fennec lead for Lord Vader counter. In 3v3, one of the issues I was seeing when I would watch people, like I would watch when I was just watching like some of Arnold's videos, was that in 3v3 he would go Fennec, Beskar Armor, Mando, and I think also with Fennec lead, and I think Grief with him. It was either, I think it was Grief, yeah. And one of the issues was that there actually wasn't enough ways to get the debuffs off. Well, I guess, but like, do you is Bam starting? Because hold on, let me see this on all scoundrel allies. See, this is what you want more. This really starts on cooldown. Um, it might be good in 3v3 as a lord, and with instead of Bam, with, but then you can't get the nasty up offense stacking. But it might be faster to proc your lead, but I don't even know if that matters. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all use cases for it, because dispelling all debuffs is really good. I mean, so much defense penetration. Like, geez, that's so crazy. If target of the ally is Hot Cartel, okay, so it's only Hot Cartel that gain retribution and speed up for 2 turns. If target of their ally is Dark Side, they gain da 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 da, and call target to assist, and then grant them a bonus turn. Oh, that's fucking nuts, man. Like, what if you did this with Boba, right? Will they gain? What are they gaining? They're gaining 50% potency, 50% defense pen, and they're gaining speed up and retribution, right? And retribution is they attack when you hit them, and then they attack again, right? Yeah, counter chance. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not getting confused. So, like my and speed up for units. So like my Boba is gonna go, right? Could massive AOE rocket. Okay, apply damage over time, and because you've increased potency, damage over time and ability block on a bunch of units. Okay, and then they get to go again. So if I might be able to just get contract turn one with Boba Fett lead, if you're able to just get Lando to go first, Skiff Guard, makes Boba go, get damage over time, and the what is it called? And yeah, the Billy block, and then you execute. That's probably not going to be enough debuffs. Realistically, it's probably not. But with the defense penetration, I wonder how much damage it's going to do. I'll tell you, like, when this character comes out, I'm definitely going to put everything on hold to gear them up and to, like, when I unlock them. Like, I did this for Chrysanthemum. But, like, I'm really excited for this character. I'm really interested to see how they are. Light side. See, I read this, and all these Hut Cartel units are like, you want everyone to be Hut Cartel. That's making me believe that the next marquee unit is going to be a light side Hut Cartel unit. And if it's that, it's going to be, I think it's going to be Bausch Leia. And the cool thing about Bausch Leia is she's probably going to have a thermal detonator in her kit. And that's going to work really well with Boba Fett's lead. Okay, I don't know what a Hut Cartel lead would be, because the two Hut Cartel leads that you can do, realistically, in my opinion, are um Boba Fett and Chrysanthemum, right? And I don't think you can really go Chrysanthemum's lead, because the issue is that then you miss out on a lot of like parts of his kit, where if the leader that's not himself gets below a certain amount of HP, or they both gain protection back, and Chrysanthemum, I think it's or gets below a certain amount of protection, Chrysanthemum gains taunts and gives protection back to both of them. While he's active, enemies have minus bones. I always forget about that. The first time the ally and the leader slot, excluding himself, falls below 50% health, Chrysanthemum taunts for 2 turns, and the ally gains 50% protection, right? And that's in Grand Arena. We're talking about Grand Arena Omicron. And then on top of that, 30% defense. So defense up and max health. Putting all those things on Chrysanthemum is good. It's a lot of defense and a lot of HP. Like, I might mod my Chrysanthemum and have defense in there, like 1 defense set, because of how much defense you can get. The first time he is defeated, he revives with 6% health and recovers 60% protection at the end of the ally and the leader slot's turn. Right? So if he is not leader, if he's leader, then he can't revive, and he can't give protection and taunts back to himself when he gets below a certain amount of HP. So that's why you want Boba Fett to be lead, right? And the thing with Boba Fett is that, like Chrysanthemum, um, if the target dies to like damage over time effects, or thermal detonators, which this team has, you don't get your contract, and there's no other way to get it back. But the good thing is that you can use Boba Fett's execute with all the debuffs to try and get the contract popped. Now the issue is that you're like you have to, yeah, you can't have, and you can't have Skiff Guard get the contract fulfilled, right? So it's a little tricky, right? So it's a little tricky. But one of the cool things is with Boba Fett's kit is that you gain speed whenever a thermal detonator explodes. So if Bausch Leia is the next marquee unit, and the thermal detonators are attack on everyone on the enemy team, they apply to everyone on the enemy team, then that's just going to be like really good synergy, right? So it still seems like Boba is going to be your lead so far, because Lando Skiffguard doesn't have a lead ability, which makes sense, I guess. And when you think about the movies. So 3% of targets max health per debuff on them. I mean, you could probably get, 3, that's 9% of the target's max health. I feel like you would either want to, you don't want to, I don't know if you'd want to start with this ability. You might, because you might want to get trusted agent stacking. Hmm. Allies with any stack of deep cover have 15% defense penetration and potency. Wait. At the start of his turn, Skiff Guard just gains a stack of deep cover. What? If all allies were Hard Cartel, starts with 5 stacks. So if he wait. So if you use Hut's favor, right? And you get trusted agent, then when you go, you get 3 stacks of deep cover. Okay, the next marquee unit must have a mass assist with must have to have an assist or mass assist with the Hawk Cartel units so that Lando can just keep stacking. That's my guess. It's either that or Jabba's going to have that. Probably Jabba. No, you gain, what? So this means that if you give 5 stacks to your ally, they gain, what is that, 65% defense penetration, and they get 80% potency? That's insane. Like, you you don't need to put potency. Like, this seems like you don't even need to put potency on any of your units. Like, dude, like, just plus 80%. So what is that, like 130% potency right there? Like, Jesus Christ. Without, like, giving a shit about potency at all, I would just be able to get 130% potency on Boba Fett. I will say, um, 2 things about this. If this seems like Agent on the Inside doesn't have a Zeta, it only has an Omicron, which is really cool. If that's the case, that's awesome. And then also only 1 Zeta, so this is okay. So it's pretty good, and everything else in the kit's just like nutsoid. The thing that's gonna be really interesting to see is if the stacks of deep cover are permanent or not, if they can be dispelled. I don't think that's very clear. I kind of went back and forth this whole video about it. Another thing is that people are gonna have to find ways within the limited characters in the Hot Cartel tag to find ways to have Lando stack that deep cover, or you're gonna end up with Lando kind of just being someone that buffs up your team, and calling them to assist with that one ability that does that, rather than using all those stacks at the beginning of the game to get trusted agent, you know? So it's interesting how the kit kind of works, because it's probably going to be like you're opening up with either Cut or Vibro Axe, or you're gonna spell buffs and call an ally to assist, and then you're gonna give them another turn and buff them up. And I imagine that would be good, if you don't really have to worry about the debuffs that the enemy team is gonna give you or whatnot. If you do, and you can go first, you have to get Cutter Vibro Axe, probably gonna open with that, get some armor shred on a target. I mean, that's pretty good against tanks, because you have a bunch of defense penetration. So, like, let's think about this. So with the unique, Lando has plus 15% defense penetration. So he has 65%, and then you add another 50% on top of that. So that's 115% defense penetration, 100% offense, right? So, and it's applying armor shred, and there's 50, so you're also applying damage over time. So that's pretty good on a tank right there, for the damage over time, for the amount of armor pen that you're getting, and offense. And so I think Lando might be a speed potency character, or he would be an offense potency character, I think. There's enough in his kit to warrant either, and it's probably just based on which one you want to do. Is I'm wondering if I'm kind of putting too much emphasis on being able to target another ally, give them buffs, give them I mean, those stacks are crazy. Like, getting that on Boba would be nuts. On top of that, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to play around with it, but it seems like there's a lot of ways to open with him. You know, there's ways where it's cutter vibro axe probably against a tank. You would do that, or you would do huts, or if you have enough speed, you to get trusted agent, you might just want to do that to start off fast and just start stacking your damage. You know, and I mean and yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Like it seems like all three of his specials make sense for starting as your first like ability used. And it feels like using each one kind of changes the way you're playing Lando and the way you're playing the match, you know? Because if you're starting the match, you're starting with covert coordination. It's like I probably have Lando modded for speed so that he can get my Boba Fett to go, or Chrysanthemum up, you know, the defense up, and get Chrysanthemum to apply shock on enemies or whatnot, or get Chrysanthemum to go get Dismember off, right? So I'm probably having modded for speed to go first. If I have him modded for Cutter Vibrox, I'm probably like getting him with offense and potency, or offense crit chance if this can crit, and I'm like focus on trying to basically one shot somebody with this ability, right? Or if I'm in a situation where I think you would go speed on this one, speed potency, where I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a longer battle, tankier units, so I'm just gonna get Lando to just start stacking that trusted agent, right? Just keep doing more and more and more damage, right? So then I would do that. And yeah, so it's like it's interesting. You probably just will start off with House Favor, and I'm overthinking it like I always do. But you know, that's the beauty of Galaxy Heroes. There's so much theory crafting you can do. And I mean my mind just goes everywhere. So if you like the video and you like my take on it, let me know in the comments below. You know, like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any other like notes where you're like, okay, you kind of misinterpreted this, you know, let me know. If you feel like I missed anything important about this kit, also write it down in the comments below. And see you guys next time. Peace.